So let's talk about retaining walls. On this property we're putting quite a bit of retaining walls because the house is on quite the slope. So one neighbor's higher and one neighbor's lower. So we need to retain material on both sides. But when you're doing it, especially with a neighbor, there's some things to take into consideration. I've got two great examples here. So here you can see the one retaining wall. You can actually see the pin. We are completely on our property line because this neighbor did not want to share in anything. They didn't want the retaining wall on their property, as is their right. They don't have to allow us to put the retaining wall on their property. So this will basically end completely up on our property. Whereas if we walk over to this neighbor, they were a little bit more willing to kind of share and be a little bit more helpful. So this retaining wall, if you actually see, the pin is there. This one is actually 4 inches on their side, 4 inches on our side. It's an 8-inch retaining wall. This neighbor's actually been really great, and we're going to do a little bit of extra work for them, but they were willing to actually have the retaining wall split the property line because on their side of the house, it actually made no difference for them. The other neighbor, it actually affected their walkway a little bit, and because the survey of the initial home was incorrect, when we did our survey, we found out we had to come quite a bit over towards their home because that's where the actual property line was. I can see why they did it. Both neighbors have been great. We've had very good relationships with them, but this is something you need to think about when you're doing retaining walls, is you need to speak to the neighbor about if you're going to have even your fence, whether your fence is 4 inches wide or whatever, does any of it go on your neighbor's property or is it all on yours? You need to have a conversation because technically you're not allowed to go on their property without their permission. If you get their permission, make sure you get it in writing.